A girl trapped in smoke, a fire raging like a beast, a friend hanging by a thread. But what if the savior forgot her own heroism? Prepare for a tale of courage, memory, and the bonds of friendship that defy all odds. This is a story that will challenge everything you thought you knew about bravery and the heart. The bell rang, shattering the silence and signaling the end of another day at Elmwood High. Lily, a seemingly ordinary 14-year-old, shuffled through the crowded hallway, her mind clouded with worries that felt all too heavy for her age. Her eyes darted toward her best friend, Mia, who was laughing with a group of kids at the far end, their faces lit with youthful joy. But beneath the laughter, an unseen storm was brewing, one that would change everything. Later that night, darkness cloaked the town. An ordinary evening twisted into a nightmare when flames erupted in Mia's home, consuming everything in their path. The crackling fire roared like a wild animal, and panic spread like wildfire. In those terrifying moments, Lily found herself facing the unimaginable. She raced through the dense smoke, the heat wrapping around her like a suffocating blanket, her heart pounding in her chest. But the next morning, amidst the ashes and destruction, there was a gaping void in Lily's memory. She awoke to a world that hailed her as a hero, a savior who had risked it all. Yet for Lily, the heroics felt like a distant echo, a story told by others but disconnected from her own reality. Mia was alive, but the gratitude in her eyes only deepened Lily's confusion. How could she be a hero when she couldn't even remember the moments that mattered most? As they navigated the aftermath together, the bonds of their friendship were tested in ways neither could have imagined. In a journey filled with emotion and discovery, Lily would seek to fill the gaps of her forgotten night, uncovering the truth buried within her shattered memories. Would she find the strength to reclaim her story? Or would the shadows of trauma forever define her? The days following the fire felt surreal. Lily walked the halls of Elmwood High with the weight of a hero's title pressing down on her shoulders. Yet, the honor felt foreign, like a coat that didn't quite fit. "You're so brave, Lily," classmates chimed, their voices a mix of admiration and disbelief. "I can't believe you ran into the fire." But all she could muster was a slight nod and a weak smile, her heart heavy with a fog of confusion. Mia, still recovering physically and emotionally from the harrowing night, was the only one who understood. They sat together in the cafeteria, surrounded by the usual lunchtime chaos. Mia's laughter rang out, but Lily could see the cracks in her best friend's facade. "You should have seen the firemen, Lily. They were amazed." "They said you were incredible," Mia said, her eyes sparkling with gratitude. I don't remember anything," Lily replied, her voice barely above a whisper. The words hung between them, heavy and unyielding. The laughter around them faded as Mia's gaze turned serious. "You saved my life, Lily. You pulled me out just in time. You're my hero." The sincerity in her voice made Lily's heart ache. How could she accept such a title when she felt like a hollow shell? As the weeks went by, the community rallied around the tragedy, offering support and sympathy. Neighbors brought food, shopkeepers left out supplies, and children whispered about the brave girl who saved her friend. Yet, Lily felt like a ghost, floating through the motions, disconnected from the world's admiration. One afternoon, while wandering through the park, Lily noticed a group of children huddled together, their eyes wide with a mix of fear and fascination. She followed their gaze to a small dog, pacing back and forth at the edge of the playground. Its fur was matted, and it looked lost, its tail tucked between its legs. "What's it waiting for?" one child wondered aloud, his voice trembling. Lily knelt down, her heart aching for the creature. "Maybe it's looking for its family," she suggested, recalling the feeling of being lost herself. The dog seemed to sense her presence, stopping to look at her with pleading eyes. "Or maybe it's protecting something," another child added, shivering with the thrill of the unknown. Suddenly, the air felt heavy, as if the weight of unspoken fears had descended upon them. Lily reached out, her fingers brushing against the dog's fur. "It's okay," she whispered softly. "We'll help you." The dog leaned into her touch, and for a moment, Lily felt a spark of connection, a reminder of the bond she had with Mia. As she stood up, an idea struck her. What if she could help others, just like she had helped Mia? Maybe this was how she could reclaim a piece of herself, by becoming a hero in the eyes of those who needed it most. "Let's find its owner," she said, determination filling her voice. The children nodded eagerly, and together they embarked on a mission. Days turned into weeks, and as they searched for the dog's family, Lily began to piece together fragments of her own story. She spent hours with Mia, sifting through photos and memories, trying to unlock the night that had changed everything. One evening, while looking through an old scrapbook, Mia's voice trembled with emotion. "Lily, you've always been the brave one. Remember when we climbed that tree and you wouldn't let go until I was safe?" Lily nodded, the memory flickering like a candle in the dark. "I was scared, but I wanted to protect you." "That's what you did that night," Mia said softly, tears glistening in her eyes. "You faced your fears to save me." But still, the memory eluded Lily. She felt like a puzzle with missing pieces. "What if I never remember?" she asked, her voice breaking. "What if I'm not really the hero everyone thinks I am?" Mia took her hand, squeezing it tightly. "You are a hero, Lily. Whether you remember it or not doesn't change what you did for me. It's about the love and courage you showed. That's what makes you a hero." Their conversation hung heavy in the air, a mix of despair and hope. As they left the park that day, Lily caught a glimpse of the dog bounding toward them, its tail wagging joyfully. "We found it!" one of the children shouted. And in that moment, Lily felt a surge of warmth. The dog had found its way home. "See," Mia said, her eyes shining. "You're helping others find their way, just like you helped me." With each interaction, each small act of kindness, Lily felt the fog of confusion begin to lift. Yet, the shadow of her forgotten night loomed over her, filling her with a deep sense of longing. She wanted to remember, to feel the rush of adrenaline and the certainty of her actions. But in the absence of those memories, she focused on the bonds she was rebuilding, the friendships that anchored her in the storm. If this story is touching your heart, make sure to comment from where you are hearing this amazing story. As summer approached, The town held a memorial for those affected by the fire. Mia stood by Lily's side, her presence a comforting anchor. "You're going to be okay," she whispered as they watched the community come together, lighting candles and sharing stories of resilience. Lily felt a sense of belonging amidst the warmth of shared grief and hope. She realized that her act of bravery, while shrouded in mystery, had forged a bond that would never break. As she held Mia's hand tightly, she understood that perhaps being a hero wasn't about the memories of that night, but the love and strength shared in the journey forward. In the end, Lily learned that courage wasn't solely defined by moments of glory. It was found in the everyday choices to be there for each other, to stand strong in the face of adversity, and to embrace the unknown. And as she took a deep breath, ready to face the next chapter of her life, she felt a flicker of hope igniting within her, a hope that one day she would reclaim her story, one memory at a time. As summer deepened, the town of Elmwood seemed to bask in a fragile peace. The memorial for the fire victims had brought the community closer, but for Lily, it was a bittersweet reminder of the night that had stolen her memories. Each day felt like a climb through fog, her mind still wrestling with the shadows of that fateful evening. One afternoon, Lily and Mia sat in their favorite spot at the park, a secluded corner beneath a sprawling oak tree. They often found solace there, sharing dreams and fears. But today, an unspoken tension hung in the air. Mia had been quieter than usual, her gaze lost in the distance. "Lily," Mia began tentatively, "there's something I need to tell you." Lily turned, her heart racing. "What is it? You can tell me anything." Mia hesitated, biting her lip. "It's about the fire. And you." Lily's breath caught in her throat. "What do you mean?" I found something," Mia stammered, her eyes darting away. "A journal. From my mom. She wrote about that night." Lily's heart raced. "What did it say?" Mia took a deep breath, her voice trembling. "She mentioned seeing someone else in the house when the fire started. Someone who looked like you." "Me," Lily echoed, confusion swirling in her mind. "But I don't remember. I thought it was just me and you inside." Mia nodded slowly, the weight of the revelation heavy between them. "I thought the same. But my mom said she saw you leave the house just before the fire consumed everything. She thought you were helping someone else." A chill ran down Lily's spine. "But I don't remember any of that. How could I?" "I don't know," Mia replied, her voice barely above a whisper, "but it makes me wonder. What if you weren't alone? What if you were rescuing someone else?" The words hung in the air, heavy with implication. Lily's mind raced, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and curiosity. Who else could have been in there? "I don't know, but what if it was someone we know, someone we see every day?" The thought sent a shiver through Lily. Suddenly, the admiration she received as a hero felt tainted by doubt. "What if I didn't save you, Mia? What if I forgot someone else?" Mia's eyes widened, realization dawning. "You mean, what if you saved someone else and that's why you can't remember? Maybe that's why the memories are so fragmented. They're not just about you saving me." Lily felt a wave of nausea wash over her. What if I'm not the hero everyone thinks I am? What if I failed? "Stop it," Mia said sharply, reaching for Lily's hands. "You didn't fail. You saved me, and that's what matters. But we need to find out the truth. We can't let this hang over us forever." Lily shook her head, tears brimming in her eyes. "But how? Where do we even start?" "I don't know, but we can talk to people who were there. Maybe someone saw something. Maybe they can help us piece together what really happened." The determination in Mia's voice ignited a spark in Lily's heart. "Okay, let's do it. We'll find the answers together." That evening, they sat down with a list of names, neighbors, firefighters, anyone who might have been near Mia's house on that tragic night. They made phone calls and arranged meetings, ready to confront the memories buried beneath the ashes. The next day, they visited Mrs. Thompson, an elderly neighbor who lived across the street. As they settled into her cozy living room, the scent of freshly baked cookies wafted through the air, but the warmth felt distant as they broached the subject of the fire. "Mrs. Thompson, do you remember anything from that night?" Mia asked, her voice steady, but filled with urgency. The old woman's eyes clouded as she recalled the chaos. "Oh dear, it was terrifying. I remember the flames, the sirens. But before that, I saw someone running out of the house. A girl. Your age, I think." Lily's heart raced. What did she look like? Mrs. Thompson squinted, as if trying to pull the memory from the depths of her mind. "I can't recall every detail, but she had dark hair, and she seemed so determined. I thought she was going back in." "Back in?" Lily echoed, a sense of dread creeping over her. "Yes," Mrs. Thompson continued, her voice growing softer. "It was chaos. I saw her for a moment, and then everything blurred. The flames were everywhere. It was hard to see." Lily felt the room spin, her mind grappling with the implications. What if that girl was me? Before Mrs. Thompson could respond, Mia interjected, "What if Lily was trying to save someone else? Someone we don't know about?" "Such bravery," Mrs. Thompson murmured, a glimmer of admiration in her eyes. "But it's also dangerous. If she went back in—" "Who was in there?" Lily interrupted, desperation clawing at her throat. Mrs. Thompson shook her head. "I wish I could remember, but I only caught glimpses in the chaos. I thought perhaps there was another girl. I thought I heard voices, but I couldn't tell who." Mia's grip on Lily's hand tightened. "We need to find out who it was. If there was someone else, Lily deserves to know." As they left Mrs. Thompson's house, Lily felt a mix of dread and determination. What if she had saved someone else, and that person was still out there, lost and searching? The pieces of her identity felt more fragmented than ever, each revelation pulling her deeper into a maze of uncertainty. "We'll keep looking," Mia said, her voice steady and reassuring. "We'll find the truth, and together we'll piece everything together. You're not alone in this." Lily nodded, but deep down, the fear gnawed at her. What if she had failed? What if her memory, once a source of pride, became a burden she could never escape? As they walked home, the sun dipped low in the sky, casting long shadows that mirrored the uncertainty clouding Lily's heart. Days turned into a blur of searching and questioning. Each encounter only deepened the mystery surrounding that night. They spoke to neighbors, firefighters, and even the local news reporter who had covered the fire. But no one seemed to hold the key to Lily's lost memories. Then, one evening, as they returned from another failed attempt, Mia suggested they visit the local library. There might be old news articles or reports about the fire. Someone may have documented what happened that night. Lily hesitated, a knot of anxiety tightening in her stomach. What if we uncover something I'm not ready to face? Mia placed her hand on Lily's shoulder, her touch grounding. We'll do it together. No matter what we find, we'll face it side by side. With renewed determination, they headed to the library. As they scoured through old newspapers, the stories of bravery and tragedy unfolded before them like pages of a forgotten tale. Each article painted a picture of the fire, but none offered the clarity Lily desperately sought. Just as they were about to give up, a yellowed newspaper clipping caught Lily's eye. "Fire at Elmwood House claims lives," it read. Her heart raced as she scanned the article, searching for any mention of her and Mia. Then she saw it, a small paragraph buried at the bottom. Witnesses reported seeing two girls near the house moments before the blaze erupted. One of the girls, identified as Mia Johnson, was pulled from the flames by her friend, Lily Sanders. Reports suggest that the two girls were attempting to rescue another individual, but details remain unclear. Lily's heart plummeted. What does this mean? Who was the other girl? Mia leaned closer, her eyes wide with concern. This could be it, Lily. This could be the clue we need. Or it could lead us to something we're not ready to face, Lily murmured, her heart heavy with dread. But Mia's resolve was unyielding. We have to keep going. We can't let fear dictate our journey. As they left the library, a sense of urgency filled the air. The shadows of doubt lingered, but for the first time, hope glimmered in the distance. They were on the verge of uncovering a truth that could redefine everything: Lily's identity, their friendship, and the meaning of heroism itself. In that moment, Lily understood that being a hero wasn't just about memory or glory. It was about the courage to face the unknown, to confront the shadows that threatened to define her. And as they stepped into the fading light of day, she felt the weight of their journey settle upon her, heavy, but not unbearable. Together, they would uncover the truth, no matter where it led, and perhaps, just perhaps, they would find not only the answers Lily sought, but a deeper understanding of themselves along the way. As the long summer days began to wane, a sense of urgency enveloped Lily and Mia. The search for answers had become a relentless journey, a quest intertwined with the threads of their friendship. Each day, they delved deeper into the mystery of that night. But with every revelation, the weight of uncertainty grew heavier on Lily's heart. One afternoon, while sifting through old photographs in Mia's attic, they stumbled upon a forgotten box labeled Memories. Curiosity sparked. They pried it open, revealing a treasure trove of their childhood. Pictures of laughter, birthday parties, and adventures spilled out, each snapshot a reminder of the unbreakable bond they shared. But as they flipped through the pages, one photo caught Lily's eye, a candid shot of them at a summer camp, arms around each other, beaming with joy. "Look at us," Mia said, her smile radiating warmth. We've always been there for each other. Lily's heart ached with nostalgia, but the flicker of happiness was quickly overshadowed by the shadows of doubt. Mia, do you think I could have saved someone else and just forgotten? Mia paused, her expression serious. I think it's possible, but it doesn't change what you did for me. You need to remember that. Determination surged within Lily. We have to find that other girl. I can't let this go until I know the truth. The next day, they returned to the library, scouring through more articles and accounts. They stumbled upon a detailed report by a local news reporter who had covered the fire extensively. It says here that they interviewed several witnesses. Lily read aloud, her voice trembling with anticipation. It could lead us to her. Mia's eyes lit up. Let's find that reporter. Maybe they can help us remember. With renewed determination, they reached out to the reporter, who agreed to meet them for coffee. As they settled into a small cafe, the air buzzed with anticipation. I remember the night of the fire vividly, the reporter began, her eyes reflecting the weight of the memories. There was chaos, but I distinctly recall seeing two girls. One was pulled from the flames, and the other. She paused, searching for the right words. The other girl was brave, but she vanished back into the house. Lily's heart raced. Was there anyone else inside? Did you see who she was trying to save? The reporter nodded slowly. There was another girl. Her face was obscured by smoke. I couldn't tell who she was, but I remember hearing her name. It echoed in the chaos. Sarah. Sarah, Lily whispered, her heart thundering in her chest. Do you know her? I don't, but I remember people mentioning her in the aftermath. She lived nearby, I believe, the reporter said. Mia squeezed Lily's hand. This could be the lead we've been searching for. That week, armed with a name and a sense of purpose, they scoured the neighborhood, asking around for Sarah's whereabouts. Finally, they found a woman who lived a few blocks away. She recognized the name immediately, her face clouding with concern. Yes, Sarah lived here. She's been struggling since the fire. I believe she's been staying with her aunt. Lily felt a surge of adrenaline. Can you tell us where to find her? With directions in hand, they made their way to Sarah's aunt's house, their hearts pounding with anticipation and anxiety. As they approached, Lily felt a mixture of dread and hope. Would Sarah remember that night? Would she hold the key to Lily's lost memories? They knocked on the door, and after a few moments, a woman in her late 20s answered. Her eyes were filled with a mixture of warmth and sorrow. Can I help you? Is Sarah here? Lily asked, her voice trembling. The woman nodded, stepping aside to let them in. She's in her room. She's been through a lot. Lily's heart raced as they walked down the hallway. The door creaked open, revealing a girl with dark hair and weary eyes, sitting on the edge of a bed cluttered with stuffed animals and half-finished drawings. Sarah, Lily said softly, her voice barely above a whisper. The girl looked up, confusion etched on her face. Who are you? I'm Lily, and this is my best friend, Mia. We wanted to talk to you about the fire, Lily said, her heart pounding in her chest. A flicker of recognition crossed Sarah's face. The fire. I remember. You saved Mia. Lily felt a rush of hope. But do you remember anything else? Did you see me? Did I try to save you? Tears filled Sarah's eyes as she nodded. You did. I was trapped in a room upstairs. I thought I was going to die. But then, I saw you. You came in and pulled me out, just as the flames engulfed everything. Lily felt a wave of emotion wash over her. But then, why can't I remember? Sometimes, trauma can cloud memories, Sarah said gently, her voice tinged with understanding. But you were brave. You saved us both. In that moment, the pieces began to fall into place. The fog that had clouded Lily's mind began to lift as Sarah spoke, her words igniting a spark of recognition deep within. Images flickered in her mind, flashes of heat, the sound of cracking wood, and the sensation of pulling someone to safety. Lily took a deep breath, her heart swelling with emotion. I didn't fail. I didn't forget you. I was lost. Mia stepped forward, her voice soft yet firm. You saved both of us, Lily. You are a hero, and that will never change, even if the memories are still coming back to you. As Lily looked into Sarah's eyes, a bond formed, a connection forged in the flames of adversity. They had survived, and their friendship held the power to heal. If this story is touching your heart, make sure to subscribe for more incredible stories like this one. Days turned into weeks as they leaned on each other. Sharing their experiences and supporting one another in the healing process. The community embraced Sarah, and together they navigated the aftermath of the fire, finding solace in shared trauma and triumph. Lily slowly began to reclaim her memories, piecing together the fragments of that fateful night. She learned to accept the weight of her heroism, recognizing that it was not defined solely by glory, but by the love and courage that drove her actions. As summer gave way to autumn, the three girls formed an unbreakable bond, their friendship a testament to resilience and hope. They volunteered at community events, raising awareness about fire safety and sharing their story to inspire others. In that journey, Lily discovered the true meaning of bravery. Not just the act of saving someone, but the courage to face her fears, to confront the shadows of her past, and to embrace the love that surrounded her. In the end, it wasn't just about remembering a single night. It was about creating new memories, building a future filled with laughter and strength. Lily learned that being a hero wasn't a title to be earned, but a choice to be made every day, a choice to rise above adversity, to stand by those she loved, and to embrace the beautiful chaos of life. As they stood together on a hill overlooking Elmwood, the sun setting in a blaze of color, Lily felt a sense of peace settle within her. She was not just a girl who saved her best friend. She was a survivor, a friend, and a beacon of hope for others. And as the wind blew softly through their hair, they knew that no matter where life led them, they would always find their way back to each other, bound by the flames that had shaped them and the love that would forever guide their hearts.